Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of the build of my Mazda 606. It's been a little bit of a break between the last episode, but yeah, had plenty of stuff on and whatnot, so it's been a little bit of progress, nothing too major, but I thought I'd throw together probably a smaller video than the past ones. Yeah, built some front tubs for the car, so, well, one actually so far, so yeah, we'll go through that, and scored another pair of wheels for it. Some SSR Mark IIs. Ideally I should have a matching set. I've got a pair of Mark IIs and a pair of Mark IIIs now, but unless I can find another matching pair, I'll just run them. I've removed the front end and the guards and all that to start looking at doing a bit of chopping. Going to need to cut the inner guards out here to clear the tyre on full lock, well, and even on small amount of lock, so there'll be a bit of cutting to do, cutting these inner guards, rebuilding those, try and leave this whole slam panel in the front. There's a bit of repair to do down the bottom, it's a bit rusty and dented, maybe a little bit of crash damage. Need that poking out there is the caster arm, so make some caster arm brackets, mount a radiator, oil cooler. So there's a fair bit to do. Something I like to do with especially old cars, but anything really, I quite like to try and retain as much factory steel as possible, so I'm not going to be doing what a lot of people do and cut it off right there forward of the pillar and remake it with a set of tube. Not really a fan, to be honest, so I'll just chop away what I need for clearance and remake it and try and make it look visually appealing and work. But yeah, do some chopping, eh?
Sometimes I can't tell if I'm even alive. Follow my nose, trying to find some.
Cut out the entire inner guard there. I wasn't really planning on cutting so far forward, but right down on the bottom, down in that area, it was real rusty, so rather than remaking what was there, I'll just cut it out and make this whole tub to suit. Hopefully do some sort of detail pieces and make it look quite cool, so it looks good when you open the bonnet. Plenty of clearance obviously for the wheel. That's just spun round to the tyres hitting the caster rod, and yeah, should be heaps of room. All finally cut out and buffed up, ready to put some steel in and weld it up. So I've cut out and marked this piece here, which is going to go somewhere along the lines of like that. Bead roll that pattern there, and then roll a piece to fill in that gap.
Life in the dead of the night, and when the moon goes down, that's when my spell runs out and I turn back into myself. And then the sun comes out, that's when my heart comes down and I go back into my shell.
Bead rolled that panel. Next step is to fold a lip on this bottom edge here which is then going to get spot welded to the chassis rails. And this edge here, actually I'm going to just roll it over a little bit, give it a bit of a radius, and that'll mean when we build the top piece that joins into it, it'll give it a nice radius rather than a real sharp defined edge.
Magic acid, flashback to reality. Plastic magic acid, flashback to reality. Yeah, I hear it knocking on my head again. Don't wanna let her in, but I can't get rid of her. I need my medicine cause I'm about to snap. Feel like I'm been interrogated. She's all in white, lying on my bedroom mirror naked, looking at me, trying to seduce me. Mind playing Bill with this use me. Cup size 2CP, she telling me to come with a little loose.
Have that panel tacked in place there. So the next step is to make the panel that'll fill in this gap here, and also it'll cap in that rail there, so we'll just chop that out there. So that's the next step, build that, make a template out of cardboard, make it all suit, and then what I'll do is I'll tack it to that panel there, then I'll cut the whole lot back out, or cut the tack welds. I'll TIG weld that seam and then linish it up so it's all smooth and looks like one piece. I could have maybe made it out of one piece, it still would have required a little bit of welding, but I figured since I had to do some welding on it, I might as well make it easier for myself and make it two-piece. But yeah, once it's TIG welded and linished, it should look pretty good with a little bit of a radius there. And then once that's done, do that side and learn from my mistakes.
She keep begging me to tongue kiss her, telling me to take her on some kind of day trip. So we dance in the grass while I got my hands on her waist. And little gold digger had to give her 20 just to sniff her. Her friend let me lick her. I tried to kick her to the curb, told myself that less is more, but this and less is pure. In that case it's fucking let's get more and let's get extra for the morning, cause I need it now. She's all dressed in pink, begging me to eat her ass. Yeah. In the storm, that's when I fall out the sky like to land. And in the day, lights up my face and I remember who I am again. And I follow my nose to an old, and now I hold him back. And now I'm blown on my dough, on blow. I finally know why they call it back. So high, don't never want to come down to the bottom. So high, I'm too scared to jump now.
That inner tub's all tacked in there, ready for me to cut it back out and TIG weld that seam up. There's a bit of a gap just up there, which was actually me cutting it too short, but it didn't matter because I needed to, if we can see this under here, make another plate for this gap I had to cut out there, so this plate will slip in and do both those. So yeah, pull it out, TIG weld the pieces, linish that edge nice, and then stick it back in, weld it in, and then trim it up. One thing I do like to do is, if you can see it, I've sort of folded lips on all this, which I'll drill and then spot weld in, and then I like to leave quite a good overhang on that sort of bit there. So what I'll do is it makes it nice and easy to weld up, and then once it's welded I'll cut the excess off and grind it flush. Saves trying to get it millimetre perfect to do a nice weld everywhere. Means you can have something one end nice and flush and then a bit of overhang on the other, and gives you a bit of room for error.
So high, don't ever want to come down to the bottom. So high, I'm too scared to jump
have that left hand side tub there all tacked in. I'll get round to welding that fully in at some stage. This side's nearly all cut out, ready to make a back side as well. I won't bother showing you that one, it's the same process, so I'm sure you get the idea. Thanks for watching episode 8. Hopefully the next video there won't be such a break between them, but yeah, who knows. It's pretty cold in the shed these days, so yeah, that puts me off a bit. Probably should just man up, I suppose. Still plenty of fab to do, but also a bit of money to spend on buying some bits and pieces, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, still going to keep chipping away. So thanks for watching, and look out for the next one. Cheers.